Well, good morning, traders, and we've closed out Q2. It's been an amazing 2020, obviously. Q1 was disgusting. Q2, I think we used the word unprecedented pretty much in every conversation, but we've closed out what has effectively been in the equity market the best quarter since 1998, the S&P closing up 20%. Outperformed obviously by the Nasdaq up 30%, the Dow 17%, and you've seen in Europe the best performing market there being the DAX, which closed up 24%. We've seen some solid gains coming through in Asia, certainly here in Australia, some very, very positive moves in the ASX over the quarter. In terms of FX markets, the best performing currency was the Aussie dollar, up nearly 13%, not total return basis, but certainly, some very, very solid gains considering what we saw in Q1. That was followed closely by the New Zealand dollar and then also the Noki. But we've turned the corner, and I think if you look at the session that we've just seen overnight, I wouldn't read too much into it because you've seen a bit of window dressing, some portfolio flows, obviously some rebalancing, that final rebalancing coming through. But if you do look at the price action, you have been involved in it, you would have seen really from the cash market open in the S&P, the buys kicking straight from the get-go, and that market closing fairly close to the highs, up 1.5%. Volumes somewhat on the light side, going through the cash market about 15% below the 30-day average. We saw 1.6 million contracts going through SPOOs. The Nasdaq closed up 2%, so a pretty good gain coming through there. Small caps underperforming a touch. We are going to see, however, Asia open on a fairly flat note. We priced in the moves yesterday, and the US market responded as we had expected, but that move had been priced in. Probably the big news on the session, apart from what we saw from the virus and various states and what they've been producing, was the consumer confidence number. That was an absolute blockbuster, 98.1 on the consumer confidence numbers there. If you look at expectations, that the subcomponents smashed it as well. So a lot of people taking solace, expecting that to continue going forward. Obviously tonight, we've got the ADP numbers coming through in terms of the job reports. But we are looking for a fairly flat open there coming through in Asia. It'd be interesting to see how this trades. It is the new quarter. Let's see how things go. Put copper on your radar. That's been the big breakout of the trading session. What is that telling us about the economy? Certainly not shared by the bond market at the moment.